start shaking.
Oh, hi. Hi, Janice. My nephew, Chuck.
No, Wade's the nephew.
How long was that year?
When I just think, only offered tomorrow, come out and one on New York City, going on here. School like rain, one about the work. New regulations, it's recent
Julie, come here. Look at the legs. Woohoo, sexy, sexy. That's it?
Installation of the VICA officers for both the morning and the afternoon sessions. It is my pleasure to not only serve as assistant principal of the Albany Votech Center, but also to serve as interim administrative trustee for the organization VICA. I would like to introduce our building principal, Douglas Smith. Stand up in the back. He's responsible for the overall administration of the Votech Center and the students and staff here. And I work very closely with Doug in the organization of VICA. This is truly the evening for the students here that are going to be inducted into the officership. They've competed in competitions. We've been to the regional competition at Fulton Montgomery Community College, and they did extremely well up there. We're now going on to the state competition, which will be at the Concord in April, and with a little luck, we'll have some representation on the national and international. VICA is a worldwide organization. It's not something that's just unique unto Albany Votech Center. One of the keys that we always try to impress upon the kids is be proud of who you are, be aware of what you can be. This is truly their evening. I'll turn it over to Mrs. Kathy Shadwell, who will be doing the ceremony this evening. So thanks for coming, Kathy.
Good evening. We've gathered together this evening to install our officers of the VICA organization. VICA stands for the Vocational Industrial Clubs of America. It is an organization for students that is run by students. The purposes of VICA include uniting our students in a common bond, developing leadership abilities through participation in education, vocational, civic, recreational, and social activities, fostering a deep respect for the dignity of work, assisting students in establishing realistic vocational goals, helping students attain a purposeful life, creating enthusiasm for learning, and promoting high standards in trade ethics, workmanship, scholarship, and safety. During the summer, some of our officers attended Camp Oswegatchie, where they learned various leadership skills, such as public speaking, parliamentary procedure, running an effective meeting, and carrying out a program of work. This helps to prepare them for the upcoming year. In order to be a part of VICA, the student must be enrolled in a trade, industrial, technical, or health occupations program and be in good standing in that training program. They must know the VICA pledge and the motto. They must be committed to upholding the ideals, the goals, and the objectives of VICA. Would the officers-elect please come forward?
The lighting of this candle, we are installing the VICA officers-elect in 1992. They have been chosen for their abilities and leadership qualities. duty of Albany Votech Center to properly install these offices so they may serve their offices for the remainder of the school year.
Madam Parliamentarians-elect, it is your duty to serve as consultant to the President on procedural matters. An authority on parliamentary procedure is frequently needed, and the parliamentarian is a source of such information. The parliamentarian must possess at all times Robert's Rules of Order, the VICA Leadership Handbook, and the national, state, and local VICA constitutions. The lighting of your candle is symbolic of the passing of the torch. May I remind you that the shield, a vital part of your VICA emblem, represents patriotism. The symbol of your office, the shield, denotes belief in democracy, liberty, and the American way of life. Please repeat after me. I promise to fulfill the duties of my office as parliamentarian to the best of my ability.
I now present you with the pin of your office and declare you duly obligated and installed as a parliamentarian of Albany Votech for 1992.
Madam Reporter-elect, it is your obligation as reporter to complete the reports of all the activities of VICA and to release them to the news media. As you light your candle, may I remind you that the symbol of your office is the gear, symbolic of the industrial society.
I now present you with the pin of your office and declare you duly obligated and installed as required for the Votech National.
Madam Treasurer, you have been elected by your fellow members to serve as treasurer of the organization. The duties of your office include billing for annual dues, sending our membership records, assisting in the making of an annual budget, paying all approved bills, maintaining accurate records, and preparing financial statements. The knowledge of simple accounting must be mastered, and all records must be kept accurately. As you light your candle, may I remind you that the flaming torch, the symbol of your office, reflects the light of knowledge, which dispels the darkness of ignorance. In the light of the torch, progress will be made toward the vocational goals of the individual. Please repeat after me. I promise to fulfill the duties of my office to the best of my ability. Madam Secretary. Oh, I'm sorry. We're missing our secretary tonight. She could not make it. You have been selected by your fellow VICA members to serve as vice president this year. Your duties will require you to preside at meetings and other functions in the absence of your president. As the one charged with the responsibility for the program of activities for the coming year, you must provide the spark and enthusiasm to keep VICA running smoothly. As you light your candle, may I remind you that the symbol of your office is the hands. The hands represent the individual and portray a search for knowledge and a desire to acquire a skill. In this process, we will develop a dignity for work and become more productive and responsible citizens. Please repeat after me. I promise to fulfill my duties of my office to the best of my ability.
Now present you with the commitment of your office, declare you duly obligated and installed as Vice President of Albany Votech for 1992.
Madam and Mr. President, you have been selected by your fellow VICA members to lead our organization for the coming year. A good president is one who can work with people and in turn get people to work with him or her for the betterment of the organization. You must be aware of the work that has to be done and provide leadership in seeing that it is accomplished. It is your responsibility to see that the organization is always moving ahead. You must know how to delegate authority to fellow officers and committees. You must preside over meetings, always using proper parliamentary procedure and practices. You must be the guiding light for fellow officers and members in the coming year. As you light your candle, may I remind you that the symbols of your office are the letters VICA. Each of these letters alone means very little, but together they represent the strength of our organization. In the same respect, each of your officers alone can do little, but together they can work to carry out the activities and duties of the VICA organization. So I urge you to lead your officers in working together in and for the strength of VICA. Please repeat after me. I promise to fulfill the duties of my office to the best of my ability.
Now present you with the pins of your office and declare you duly obligated and installed as presidents of Albany Votech for 1992.
We wish you the best of luck for the remaining year, and this concludes this evening's performance. Thank you.
Stand here in front of the, do I take a picture in front of the,
If I go to center, Matthew, okay, and John, there we go. Work with me now. All right, say A. Getting an A. Say, we get away from home.